Steve Spangenberg here, home-based business tax expert and marketing expert. And I am here to tell you that as long as you participate in the system, you will continue to be broke. And what do I mean by broke? Well, broke. The reason why most people are posting on Facebook every single day, oh my God, look at how much it took for me to fill up my car with gas. And that's ridiculous. And F this and F that. And on and on and on. The price of groceries, the price of gas, the price of clothing, the price. Why will you continue to be broke if you are part of the system? The system is the tax system that they have gotten you into over the years of wanting a refund. You see, folks, this is the tax system in America, and this is only for American taxes. This isn't legal advice. This isn't necessarily tax advice in this video, but it is advice to the fact that if you're broke right now, there's a reason. And I'm not going to say it's not your fault. It is your fault. And many people will shut off the video after this because it's my fault. Yes, it's your fault. Because you haven't taken the steps necessary to say, hey, there's a pattern in my life. And how can I stop this pattern of brokenness? Now, my answer to it is just make more money, and everything is just make more money. You can sell your way out of any situation. However, the system that you've gotten into is, I want a refund. And let me ask you a question. What do you do with these refunds that you get? Be honest. I've never, ever, I've been doing taxes for 47 plus years. And the amount of cars that break down during tax season, the amount of heaters that break down, the amount of furnaces that break down, the amount of refrigerators that break down during tax season. It's amazing how many of these things break down during tax season. It's because there's money there. And what happens is, people, just in my little corner of the world, I have refunds anywhere from $47,000 down to $1. There's a lot of refunds that are in the $5, $6, $7, $5 to $10,000 refunds. What happens when you get a hold of a bunch of money? You spend it. It goes. All of a sudden, it just goes. A month later, you're looking back and saying, where did that tax refund go, honey? Oh, it went for this and went for that. All of a sudden, the car broke down, and all of a sudden, this and that and the other thing. And guess what? You're rich for a moment. You're rich for a moment. And then it's back to struggle. So there's two things that happen here. Number one thing that most people won't do is they won't step out of that cycle of owing or of getting refunds. They won't step out of that cycle because it feels so good to get that big refund. They think it's your money, man. It's your money. They think that the refund comes from some special place. No, it's just your money that you forked over to the government and they're giving it to you back at reconciliation time. Number one thing, step out of the system. Step out of that refund system. Just imagine these people that have $6,000 refund, okay? Last time I checked, that's $500 a month. Now, if you have $500 a month, what could you do? You could pay your student loans. You could afford gas. You could afford rent. You could do all those things. Instead, you're giving $500 extra or more to the government. What are they doing with it? Nothing. They ain't doing nothing with it. Do you think the government's going to miss your $6,000? Well, they got to give it back to you anyway. Then they don't give you any interest. So number one thing you want to do is step out of the system. That's the first thing. How do you step out of the system? You change your W-4 so that they withhold less money. You get somebody like me that will give you the exact amount of that you're going to get extra in each paycheck. So you get down to the end of the year and you owe the IRS a little bit of money. Please, please stop getting refunds. I have 2 clients in my little corner of the earth. I have 2 clients that the IRS is holding their refund for over a year. Why? Because they can. All right. I haven't gotten a refund from the IRS in 35, 40 years. I always owe them money. It's always easier to owe them money, but it's good to break even. If you can get to the point where you owe a couple $100s or get a couple $100 refund, you're doing good. And then you have use of that money all year long. Now, that's why you go to my school. You go to my tax school. It's $7 a month. Maybe I ought to make it more. Maybe I ought to make it $100 a month, and people might take it seriously. I don't know. Just saying. Second thing you do is you play the game. I've been at this game 47 years. I've been helping people save anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 every year on their taxes. Now, let's say you save another $4,000 on your taxes. You got a $6,000 refund. You got $4,000 saved. So you have $10,000 for the year, just under $1,000 a month. What can you do with under $1,000 a month coming in? You can pay your student loan. You can afford gas. You can afford rent. You wouldn't walk around saying you're broke all the time. So you'd have cash flow coming in. You'd have more from your paycheck coming in. You play the game. There's so many things that people are leaving on the table. Even my clients that I have been doing their taxes for years and years and years are still leaving money on the table. Why? Why? Now you can see them a little passionate in this video because it's frustrating. It's frustrating to do somebody's taxes and they say, oh, I'm only getting $5,000 back. Well, I usually get 6 or 7 or 8. No, you didn't do the things that I told you to do. I'll give you the prime example. This is huge, huge. With the high gas prices, the IRS is going to pump this up again in 2026. They pumped it up in 2025 to 70 cents a mile. Let's say you have 2 people, 2 adults in your household that both have cars. Let's just say that they can take 10,000 each of those miles, their cars, 10,000 in the husband, 10,000 in the wife. Okay? Now, each one of those 10,000 blocks is a $7,000 deduction or $14,000 altogether. Now you got a simple home-based business. I'm going to give you it right here. You can go to my tax school and get more information. Okay? That's my plug for my tax school, createmyeconomy.com. createmyeconomy.com. Now, $14,000 translates into about $2,200 for saving on your tax return in just one simple deduction, over $2,000. Now, what do you do for that? Are you watching YouTube? Do you know how to make videos with your $1,200 phone? Start a YouTube channel with the intent that you're going to get that YouTube channel monetized and earn ad revenue from it. Now you're in a business. So everywhere you go in your car, you're going to be taking videos, doing this, doing that. And you can make, if you drive 15,000 miles a year, make 10,000 of those things deductible. If you want to go whole hog, make 15,000 deductible. Just on this video alone, right there, I taught you how to save $2,200 on your taxes every year. That doesn't count all the hundreds of deductions that are available to you. So, 2 things. Number 1, step out of the system. Stop getting refunds. Learn to get your money now. Join the tax school. I'll fill out your W-4. I'll do a plan for you. Look at your tax return and say, hey, this is what I see going on here. Okay, there you are. Number 2, get a home-based business and start saving money. Play the game. Put money in your pocket every single pay cycle. And stop walking around broke. Because you don't have to. Because you're going to take that money, you're going to take that $6,000 or so. I got a client, $14,000 in refund. Come on, man. $14,000 in refund. See what it does. If you don't have that cash flow, it forces you to put things on credit cards that you don't want to, that you shouldn't. And then you start paying interest on those credit cards and it snowball. snowball. You get into this vicious spiral, and then you get a big refund at the end of the year, and you don't do what you're supposed to do and pay off your credit cards, and you start to spiral all over again. You see? And there you go. So go to createmyeconomy.com, join the tax school, invest $7 a month into yourself, and stop being broke. You don't have to be broke. You don't need to be broke. This is Steve Spangenberg. I hope you have a great day.